AEW. All right, somebody's mentioned AEW a few times. Let's talk about AEW for a sec.
So I never saw it because I didn't even. I've known of AEW's existence. So that's All Elite Wrestling.
Correct.
I've known of its existence, but I was unaware that this event was happening.
Yes.
And then I didn't, and I'm sad because I would have loved to watch that shit live.
Yeah.
I would have happily paid for it.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know until after it happened.
Yeah.
But apparently, and I've seen little bits and pieces, clips, they
crushed it, bro.
Crushed the fuck out of that. And it's not surprising because the Rhodes brothers,
they're amazing
talents, helming it.
Yeah.
I mean,
they got shafted by the fucking WWE
Their
hard.
father's fucking Dusty Rhodes, the American goddamn dream for God. I mean, how are they not supposed to be legendary fucking wrestlers, right? So they run the show. And they smash it, and they have a lot of friends in the wrestling industry, and most of their friends are all really fucking good wrestlers as well.
Yep.
They put on this promotion. They don't do a bloated 4-hour-long run.
Nope.
They do really good shit for like this tighter period of time.
Yep.
They have JR fucking doing commentary.
Love it.
I mean, he's older and shit, and it's not like this is the 90s anymore or whatever.
But it's still JR, man.
JR is still better than anything WWE's running.
Yeah.
And then you have all these other icons that will just come out and do like short little runs there. I mean, for God's sake, DDP came out and hauled one of the Rhodes brothers wives off at one point, comes out crowds chanting DDP as he's hauling her ass out of there.
He'll be doing shit. You know it.
Dude, well, he and the Rhodes are, because the American Dream was one of the guys that basically brought DDP up and mentored him, right? So they're like really close friends.
A lot of rumors. You know what, dude? And
Jericho,
dude, Jericho is. I think he signed a 3-year deal with them.
Yeah.
I've actually. This is going to sound crazy, but I mean, y'all know I'm a huge UFC fan, so that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But in the last 3 weeks or so, I've been watching a shit ton of AEW promotional stuff.
Yeah.
Been watching tons of interviews, podcasts. I'm interested because, listen, WWE has been dog shit for a long time. I used to be a huge WWE, WWF fan back in the day. Attitude Era.
14 years now. Particularly dog shit.
Yes.
2005 was about the time where it really started to nosedive hard.
Wayne, really good friend of mine, and his wife are hardcore wrestling fans. So I've even been going over watching the Royal Rumbles and shit with them. And they like it. They love the shit. And I go there and I get hints of the nostalgia and wanting to like this shit where I'm like, I know it's fake and blah, 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 but it's entertainment. I enjoy it.
You don't go to a movie and go, God damn it, it's fake.
Exactly. So the people that hate on wrestling for the fact that it's fake, it's stupid. It's stupid. And these guys are athletic as fuck. They put the shit that these guys in WWE and AEW.
Wild.
It's crazy, right? A lot of juice, but it's still crazy. It's impressive. So I enjoy it. I think subconsciously I've been waiting for either the WWE to make some crazy changes to get me hooked on it, or waiting for another company to come out and give me some shit that I can get into. So I'll announce it here. I'm straight up starting to watch this fucking shit. I didn't watch it live.
Where can we watch? Like here in Canada, who puts it on?
I wanted to say it was Spike. Was it Spike? It is.
I don't know because I didn't even look.
I know I'm gonna probably get slammed. Somebody in the chat can say this. I'm gonna start watching this shit. I probably won't be able to watch it live.
No.
But I can watch it. I watch the VOD or whatever. I'll keep up to date, and I don't mind.
Well, here's the thing: AEW is probably going to post a lot of this stuff online for watching later because they're young and they know that that's where you get a lot of eyeballs.
That's what I want to say. So I didn't get to watch it live, but I was watching a bunch of the matches on YouTube, and wow, dude, the fucking level of wrestling coming from wrestlers that either got washed up in the WWE because they weren't hip enough or they weren't the new cool thing. They went out there and they wrestled their hearts out, and it was just as actually more entertaining and more technical than what WWE has been in the last decade. I shit you not. It was amazing. The production was on point. Like you said, JR was doing his thing, which brought back, it just worked. The promotional bits that they did was working. The fact that it was like 80% wrestling and 20% microphone shit is what I want, because WWE, it's fucking 3 hours long And it's literally 30% wrestling and 70% bad acting. And I'm all good for storylines and shit like that. Great, that's cool. But the WWE it's been their crutch for the longest time, and now the storylines are just redoing themselves. It's old. Brock Lesnar shows up when he wants, and just give him the belt because he sells merchandise and is Brock Lesnar. The fact that we can watch something new, something that is much more technically sound, it's something that's different and more mature of a product. Like, we got to see blood. We got to see fucking blood. They did the shit at the MGM Grand. Sold it out in seconds.
Blood everywhere, bro. That last fight was just...
It was shit for adults. Yeah. It was on pay-per-view. Did really well. And here's the part that I loved even more. This is the fucking part that sold me to the point where I'm like, I'm getting into it now. I'll fucking talk about it every week. I don't give a fuck. The fact that after the goddamn event, these motherfuckers pull a UFC. They get the wrestlers behind the scenes. They have media. They talk about the match. They continue talking about some stories, or they talk about what went into the event, how their training is going, who they're training with. Bro, it felt like it added some sort of realism, and it still is real. That's the thing. Like, they're talking about real life shit.
It adds to the kayfabe.
It adds to it, and each one of those videos are getting like million views, hundreds of thousands of interviews on people. It's adding to their brand. It adds to more realism. I would much rather an hour and a half, 2 hour show of what we saw, and then another bonus hour of the interviews and shit that I can continue to follow on the people that I'm interested in, and give me the content there outside of of the show that I can digest on my own. I can, I don't feel like I'm totally missing out. It's just a little bonus. It's like you get it's like you get extra for being a diehard fan. You just go out there and you just get a little bit more if you want to consume that. You don't feel like you're missing out.
No, exactly. So, and that just plays right into it, the fact that these are younger guys. Yep. They're guys that know the wrestling business and know the wrestling business a hell of a lot better than a lot of people that are up there. I'm not going to say that. Look, I'm not going to say the Hunter doesn't know what he's doing.
No, he knows what he's doing.
The problem is Vince is still at the top.
Yep.
And ultimately, Vince is running the show.
Yep.
And so, as much as I hate on Hunter because I really do think that he's a bit of a shit show sometimes,
he's a smart man.
I think if he does eventually take over from Vince in the long run, that it will get better.
Yeah.
How much better remains to be seen.
Yeah.
But for now, Vince is still running the show. And as soon as wrestling, everyone always knew wrestling was fake.
Yes.
But some of the allure of it was that you kept the face up of it's real, even though everyone knew it was fake. And there's entertainment value in that, right? And back in the day before social media, you could all the promos had to do, you cut promos and stuff, and they built the story for the match, and then the match spoke for itself. There wasn't, like you were saying now, where there's like 30-minute discussions in the ring, dudes walking around with microphones doing all this shit. That might happen once in a blue moon as like a real big setup to a WrestleMania or some shit. Yeah. But it's like every week now.
It's terrible.
It's just microphone playing.
Did you see that shit to build up to WrestleMania? And they do this cheesy shit every time where they point at the sign.
It's like it happened once, and then they point at WrestleMania or whatever.
Like, why are they all doing this?
So when they made the decision to switch from when they were forced to change it to WWE, and then it was like they also decided that around that time that they had to admit that all this is fake and work on it being as an entertainment thing. Mm-hmm. Took so much out of it.
Killed a lot of it.
Killed a lot of of just the smoke and mirrors. That even though we knew it was smoke and mirrors, it took a lot of the gas out of it. Then you got to the point where there was a turning point where the wrestlers were the ones coming up with their storylines most of the time and coming up with a lot of stuff on the fly, last minute, getting out there, being creative, and you got a lot of this. What we got to enjoy in the for us anyway, our age group, 80s, 90s into early 2000s.
Yep.
And then it became a more like a mostly
soap opera for men.
Vince McMahon show.
Yeah.
Whereas whatever Vince McMahon wanted to do, which was for the most part push some of the shittiest wrestlers to the forefront.
Want to make merch money.
To get the merch money, right?
That's what it was.
It's like
huge money.
what's his name?
Brock Lesnar?
Not Brock Lesnar.
John Cena.
Not John Cena. John Cena's actually a really good wrestler. He just stayed in his lane and fucking did his thing. And
now he's kind of getting out of the lane, though. He's smart.
Well, yeah, people blame John Cena for what he did, but it's not John's fault that the company didn't do anything else around him. They just fucking like went all in on him. No, the other Samoan guy who's like Dwayne's cousin, who's in the movie Hobbs. Fucking, I can't even think of Superman Punch, like the shittiest fucking
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most mediocre wrestlers of all time. But the most pushed wrestler I think I've ever seen in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Where
the fans are like, no.
He sold merch to kids.
Vince is like, yes.
And Vince just pushed the shit of him for that.
Yeah.
Mediocre as fuck or bad on a microphone. Very athletic, but doesn't really make all that much use of it in the ring. Has some of the most unsatisfying finishers. I mean, you like even Hulk Hogan, who had a leg drop for a fucking finisher, managed to make the leg drop.
That shit, though, yeah.
More entertaining than a Superman
people's elbow,
punch.
Man. Come on,
like yeah,
it's an elbow.
Which if you've never heard the story of how the people's elbow came
I think I did.
There's a video about it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great story, and it adds to my point about when wrestlers were still able to pretty much improvise and do their thing, and where all the great shit came from.
Yeah.
Like even something like Hogan's shirt being torn.
Yeah,
improvised shit that just. That is Hogan now. That's his fucking. That's his been his thing.
Yeah.
So to have AEW come in, and it's likely going to be a lot more about wrestlers who know wrestling, who are also going to be able to be more involved in the creative process.
Yep.
And do their thing.
Yep.
And then it's run by young people who understand that social media is a super powerful tool to bring that face back, that kayfabe. You know, it's not everything has to be a shoot. You know, like it's a kayfabe thing. To perpetuate that, we know it's fake, but like you said, it adds to it. You get invested in the characters more. It's like watching a show where you get character development, and it really adds a lot to it. That's fantastic.
Yep.
They obviously know that fluff isn't needed for this shit, and they have the backing of the best in the fucking business.
Oh yeah.
You have JR out there, and
just
you've got the Rhodes brothers.
Rhodes, yeah.
Moxley is there, who's Dean Ambrose, who got shit on, but wasted talent.
Well, now look at him, dude. CM Punk's gonna come. I guarantee.
Yeah,
CM Punk's gonna end up.
I don't care about CM Punk, but I think I
think it'd be great for the company.
It would be great for the company, but CM Punk definitely. CM Punk was somebody who wasn't necessarily being wasted by the WWE all that much. I think he had just as much fuckery involved as WWE at that point, but that's whatever. It would be great for them to have him back if he decides to stop getting his face beat in MMA. That'd be great. So there's that. But think of how many wrestlers that have had great characters and shit have been wasted by the WWE over the last 15 years. Just a huge that never got pushed to the front.
Yeah,
they're just huge. I want to see like Asuka, like on the female side, get her AEW.
Yeah,
Sasha Banks looks like she's probably going to end up over there.
Yeah.
Like there is so much fucking talent.
Vince is shitting himself right now, bro. He's shitting.
His wrestlers, which are unfortunately contracted, so they can't really do anything about it right now.
Once their contracts are done, bro, you know that. And I've already been hearing that Vince has been just throwing money at people. Fucking, there's a huge event coming on in Dubai.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's paying Stone Cold a fuck ton of money to show up.
Everyone's boycotting it because they're doing it in Dubai, which is like a terrible fucking idea PR wise.
Dude, apparently Vince has been throwing around like 7 figures for people to show up because he's trying.
Dude, they're doing WrestleMania in Florida so that Hogan can host it,
bro.
He's bringing out all the guns he can possibly get. Yeah,
and look what AEW did. I mean, just on the first thing. And the thing is people are already sick and tired of the WWE. They want something else, and AEW is just playing right to them. AEW's got some huge investors.
Oh yeah,
they've got some crazy good talent.
You know what's great here is that WWE can still be good, but this might be the next gen WWF versus WCW thing that we got.
This is literally
Monday Night Wars were some of the best wrestling ever because it was two competing programs. Like it got to the point where and they were live every Monday. Live, people were bouncing back and forth Monday nights.
Yes.
And it would get to the point where there were like 3-hour-long shows.
Yes.
Now, part of that also is why WCW crumbled, because it was like everyone had to jump the shark eventually to get. That's when the Attitude Era came. Women were all of a sudden like basically naked. Fucking people were basically having sex in anything they could get. The eyeballs.
Yep.
But for that period of time where that competition was there, my God, we got
great.
some good ass wrestling.
I'm hoping we get that
came
again,
into
man.
that.
AEW is crushing it. I'm gonna start watching it, start following it. I won't be like hardcore, but I'm gonna watch it and follow it, and hopefully
As soon as if you figure out where we can watch it like
Hell
reliably,
yeah.
if it is on TV, let me know. I'll VOD it. I'll watch it.
yeah,
Maybe we
I'll do the same. We can talk.
Maybe we can try and talk about it on the
we
podcast.
can just give our thoughts on the show or
because
whatever.
I want to like wrestling.
I want to
again.
like wrestling again
I
too.
grew
I'm
up
giving
loving
it a chance. I'm giving it a motherfucking chance.
I mean, I still need some eye bleach from being a kid, seeing Owen Hart fall from the ceiling and dying. But other than that,
I'm ready.
I'm down.
There you go. There's some AEW for you.
I'm down.